Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good evening to all my friends. I am Sayyid Jamal Zahir Rizvi. I hail from Lucknow. I was in India. I was educated in Bombay. I am by profession an engineer, having done my aeronautical engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and having done my post-graduation in engineering, in mechanical engineering from Aligarh Muslim University. I am very fortunate to be present here, and I consider myself one of those few lucky ones who could come for ziyarat. All our lives in the Azadari, we hear about the Battle of Karbala, the Imams, their lives, and we yearn, we always strive, and we always dream of coming and visiting these places. Generally in India, people are more concerned about shedding of their responsibilities before they take up this journey. With the grace of God, I completed those, and then when the first opportunity came, I decided to come for ziyarat. We first landed up in Iran at Mashhad, and we saw the Rawza of Imam Raza alayhi salam. To say it was overwhelming is an understatement. It was really touching. The first time I was there, I couldn't hold back my tears. I still feel that. Whenever I think of Mawla, whenever I think of any Imam and I'm in the presence at their shrine, it is very difficult to speak, because I overwhelmingly, because of the emotions, tear comes to the eyes. You feel the awe in their presence, but most importantly, you feel you can bear your soul. You can tell them about your worries, you can tell them about your sorrows. There is nobody in the world whom you will unburden your soul like you will do with Imam. I could tell them everything. There is things you will not tell your wife. There are things you will not tell your parents. There are things you will not tell your siblings. But when you are in front of Imam, you bear everything. You put everything to him and you ask for his help. In your condoning your sins, getting you maghfirat, and after that, helping you in the future life. The Maulana which accompanied us, Maulana Tanveer, I remember his words. I really liked those words. He said, God, remove from me those inconsistencies, those deficiencies which do prevent my du'as to be presented, to be accepted, and which prevent my gunah to be forgiven. And this is exactly what I came here for penance, for forgiving, for asking for retribution, for asking for help in my future endeavors. Having finished my responsibilities, the utmost feeling, utmost ideas in my mind at this moment are how I can do something for my community. Because I believe serving the community is serving God. They say, if you feed a person who is hungry, is like you are feeding God, because God recognizes that. So I have been part of an NGO for last 14 years, where we help poor Shia girls, poor Muslim girls in secondary school education by providing them with scholarships. Our trust normally helps about 500 girls every year. Besides that, we are running a hairs, because we found that the old city of Lucknow, there was shortage of hairs. Another aim or another dream which is very close to my heart is that I found that Lucknow lacks a yatim khana for girls. There is a Shia yatim khana for boys, but there is no yatim khana for girls. I came to Mawla, I asked for his help, I asked for his guidance, that he help me in this endeavor, to guide me, to show me the path, to be able to do something in this. Even if I start small with just 2 girls in a apartment, I am going to do that. That is my next dream. I have prayed at all Rozas to give me that help. I prayed at all the Rozas for forgiving my sins and removing my inconsistencies and deficiencies, so I can live with all my siblings, with all my relatives in a good way. As I said, reaching Karbala, having so many emotions and thoughts associated with it, it was overwhelming. Even now, while I am talking to you, you could see that I am moved to tears. Karbala is unique. I feel once I have come here, I feel that I should be coming here every now and then to restore my faith, to restore my strength of character. Man is very weak. He gets tempted very easily. I think once you are here, all those temptations, they go away. They just wither away. You don't have anything in your mind except Maula and Ibadat. And that is the wonderful part of it. You feel the purpose for which you were born. You feel the purpose which Islam taught you to serve others. I would wish Karbala was organized better. Due to certain circumstances, you see ziyarat in markets, you see a ziyarat adjoining to a hotel. It pains me to see how these important places have been treated in the past. But I already see the administration, the current administration of Iraq taking steps to improve that. And we all talked about it, and we feel that in the next 3 to 4 years, we will see all these ziyarat at Karbala in one big courtyard and having the importance they deserve. I don't feel this is a paradise on earth, because I feel that I am on a journey and the paradise is the ultimate destination. But I feel that having come to Karbala, my journey to paradise has become easier. I feel that all these imams whose shrine I am visiting, now they will be guiding me in my journey. And because of that, my journey will be much, much easier. I feel a contentment, I feel a confidence that I will reach there, inshallah, with their help. I pray to them to accept me as their servant, to accept me as their beloved, and they help me and guide me to the paradise. The people who are related or associated with the ziyarat, they are very cooperative. The administration is good. You will always have some small difficulties in the traveling. It is said that travel itself is an experience, and that is rightly said. But these inconsistencies or these small discomforts, they disappear the moment you think of Maula. I think it is obviously Imam Hussain, because it is enumerated in so many sermons that his sacrifice was the greatest. And then after that, his supporters, out of which is the startling or outstanding personality is Hazrat Abul Fazil Abbas. So Imam Hussain and then Hazrat Abu Fazil Abbas at Karbala. I am not counting Samara in Karbala. I do find some changes. When I came here, I was very restless. When I came here, I was very impatient with many things. I was ready to give up on some relationships. I was ready to denounce some relationships and say this cannot be repaired. But once I came here, I prayed to Maula and I left it in his hands. And I felt very contented and very peaceful in those relationships. And I felt very lenient and very patient with those things. I think it has made me a more patient man, and I am resolved to make a change, a big change in my personality by visiting this, because if I don't, I think I'm doing a disservice, disrespect to them. In my city, normally the people, they take a long time to visit the shrines, to do Umrah or to visit Mecca, Medina. I would urge them that when they start earning, they should not have the first objective to construct a house or to buy a car. Their first objective should be to visit the shrines, to visit Mecca and Medina. The change it will bring in them and the positivity it will bring in their personality will be immense. I wish I had the environment, I had the advice, and I could do this at much earlier time.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Syed Ahmed Raza Bakar from Lucknow, India. Actually, I had the atmosphere of a very religious atmosphere since my childhood, because my father was also a Alim Deen. After finishing my master's degree in economics from Lucknow University, I joined several services, and last time I served 20 years in Bank Sadrat, Iran at Abu Dhabi. After that, last year I retired. I feel very moved and very touched because since our childhood I was hearing about Karbala and Roza Imam Hussain, Roza Janab Abbas, and when I got the opportunity to see these places, naturally I was touched, very much touched. Already knows everything, but I had to express my feeling to Mola also, and I expressed my all the feelings to Mola, Janab Abbas, Janab Imam Hussain, and I felt very relieved when I told everything to them. My message, actually in India also, only not Muslims, non-Muslims also have very high regard towards Imam Hussain and towards Janab Abbas. And they are moved to hear the story of Karbala and observe Muharram in their various ways. And such holy places when I saw, and every person should try to come and see and feel close to them. Important message should be that as Imam Hussain gave his life, the life of their companions, to save the high regards of humanity, high values of humanity, everybody should follow his message.
My name is Fahmida Zahir, and by profession I am a doctor. I did my MBBS from Allahabad Motilal Nehru Medical College. Then I did my post-graduation in gynecology from LTMC Sion Hospital, Bombay. Then I got married to a gentleman named Mr. Jamal Zahir, and I have got one son. He is settled in America. His wife is also a doctor. Right from the beginning, from my childhood, my father has a dream that my father was also a doctor. My father wanted me to be a doctor. So I made this my mission in life, an objective of my life, and I worked for it, and thankfully by the grace of God I could proceed in it and I could succeed in it. Right from the beginning, from my childhood, we were listening in Majlis about Imam Hussain alayhi salam and his sacrifices towards the humanity and towards his sacrifices for the benefit of Islam. And I had a desire to see the Roza, to see the shrines, and to come over to this place. Thankfully, my dream came true that I came to Karbala and I saw all the shrines. The moment I caught the eye of shrines and tombs, I cannot describe my emotions. The whole scene of Karbala was in front of my eyes. His sacrifices, the sacrifices of small children. They were without water and food for 3 days, and all sorts of cruelties they bared, and they have shown us that how a person should be, this feeling of what you call bearing of how a person should be bear the hardship, usko bear the hardship, and this thing they have shown us that we should take the guidance from them, that we should also be very courageous and truthful and follow the path of what Maula Ali and their siblings have shown us. Their sacrifices for the sake of Islam is unmatchable, and we should follow those paths. And I am really lucky that I have come to this place and I have seen those rosas. When the moment I came here and I saw the rosa, I feel very much contented. As I described, that it was my dream come true, that I have come to Maula's place. I said all my griefs and all my pains and whatever it was in my heart, I told Maula. I was relieved, as if Maula is going to help me in all aspect of my life, and he is there to help us. Right from the beginning we were listening about him. Now I saw this thing as if I can see him, I can see in reality, and his saying, his teachings are with us, and I am very grateful that I saw him, and I am here, and I will follow him, and I will tell other people also to follow Maula. As Maula has always said that sacrifice, sacrifice and sacrifice in the name of Allah, and you are going to get the fruits of it.